Hi Cancer, this is your November 2018 forecast. If you would like a private reading with me or hypnosis to facilitate permanent change, do use the link below. So Cancer, you have some big changes coming up for you in 2019, and you might just be feeling, the energy of that now. So you're putting things into place for next year. You've been promised something for next year, or that it's going to take that long to get it sorted. So you may be working on some of that now, or hear about it now to start for next year. And so you are looking at those things now, things that you didn't think were possible through the month of November are going to be back on the table. Reversals in relationships where you are hearing from an ex, or you're going through the same period of time as you were before, history repeating. So you are also looking at buying a house for some of you. Some of you are selling a house. This is about you have had some struggle with commitment. That struggle is you doing too much or they doing too much. Half of you are committing and really being responsible, the other half hasn't. Or that you've been really trying to have that commitment with the finances, paying things off or working really hard to be able to get that. Also, there's been groups and conferences and associations or forums online that you have that would benefit you if you actually took part in those as well. For others, this is, I'm looking for that strong contract for me to be able to get into that job, which really looks like it's going to be big next year. And I've gone to a few conferences. I'm climbing that social ladder. I'm doing the best that I can so that I have that success. Great feedback to be able to get there. In your finances, you do have the Three of Pentacles now straight away. Some of you are putting that money into your home with renovations or buying a property, or if you've been behind in your rent. For others, this is you do have the Midas touch at work. You are the lucky leprechaun. You have got everything you need this month where you are just killing it. You are getting that success. You're putting your hand up at the right time in the right place because it's an opportunity opened up. This is about, if you have to give a speech this month, it's going to be well welcomed. Great feedback this week. There's also the idea of collecting on debts. Money you didn't think you were ever going to get back is now back, or that you have applied for some sort of rebate, insurance or banks or work, and you are going to be able to get that money. This is also about seeing a specialist to do with accounting or any kind of financial issues, financial hardships or financial investments. You're seeing an expert in that area. At home, you do have the Five of Pentacles. Some of you are missing your children. Maybe there's an empty nest syndrome. Maybe they've been staying more at the partner's place. If you are separated. For others, that this is the first time that they've left the home, or they're away studying or away at camp. Wherever they are, you are missing them. For others, this is I'm paying an awful lot of money out for the children right now, or if I am in a custody battle, I'm really putting my money into that at the moment. For others, a small select few of you, that is that my child plays sports and it's costing a lot of money right now. It's all due at the same time. For others, this is, we are having discussions around the home. Maybe the siblings have been fighting or ignoring, or half are backing up the mum, half are backing up the dad, or if there's only one parent, it's a split decision on where our loyalties lay. For others, this is I'm feeling unappreciated and unwanted, and I'm feeling locked out to do with my home, whether that be with my siblings, whether that be with my partner, or I feel like I'm drowning with the responsibility of the children as well. You are having luck in projects. So those of you that are, I've got that project, I'm working hard. If I do this really well, then I'm up for a promotion that will give me a year or two contract, and I really, really want that, so I'm working really hard. The seventh area is your ovaries, lower back, kidneys, veins, and buttocks. So for some of you, you have to go back to dialysis. For some of you, you've had a miscarriage or something hasn't worked, endometriosis, and you're feeling you're feeling down, you're feeling lethargic, you're feeling exhausted. So with the veins in buttocks, there could be a sciatic nerve, or there could be thrombosis or some kind of swelling or some kind of blockage in those areas where you are not taking that advice, though, because you're challenging and you're willful and you are going against the status quo. So it's been, you know, I've half-heartedly thrown myself into that. For others, this is, you know, you've been told, you know, that's it, you have to do this, and you're like, well, I'm not ready to. For others, this is, I'm not getting heard, I feel like I'm sick, I feel like no one's taking me seriously, so I'm just going to have to yell and get attention, you know, get noticed so that somebody does something. In our love, we also have a Seven of Swords, so this is again, you know, where there is going to be miscommunications, there are going to be reversals, there are going to be changes of minds. This is, so if you do have an ex coming back, you might find that you're in the exact same position as you were last time you were with them, and so this brings your mood down and makes you feel lonely, makes you feel depressed. For others, this is, my partner's leaning on me so much and the responsibility is too much and it's driving me insane, not just physically, it's really getting on my nerves, and so there is going to be a blow up to do with that. For others, this is a cheating thing, or you think there is trust issues here, there's an infidelity here, there's playing games here, there's the idea that someone's stringing you along, someone doesn't want to settle down, their wild oats are going. This is also about feeling like you need to escape your marriage, feeling like you need to escape the home for a short amount of time because you're really feeling the struggle with that at the moment. Drawing virtue messages of the angels, Cancer, is, so a loved one's watching over you, Cancer, and they are saying to you, maybe that's, you know, why someone's passed in the family, and the siblings, maybe it was a child that died, number one. Number two, it was a parent that died, and the siblings are really missing that. Grief is strong at the moment. So the loved one's saying, I'm with you. And for any other area that I've just described, your loved one is watching over you and bringing you into the right position to have more options. Brigitte says, don't throw the baby out with the bath water. Don't be, for some of you this is suicide, don't be drastic. Give yourself another 21 days and you'll be glad that you did. For others, this is, listen, you do need to listen to that advice from your doctor because you are going to end up sick. Astara says, look to the bright side, find the silver lining, you deserve best. So this is the situation of, I feel like I need to leave. You need to follow your heart. If this is about my work and succeeding and getting to that place that I need to be so that next year is going to boom, then I actually just have to believe that I'm the best. I have to aim for goals that are way outside of my reach, and I'm going to make that miracle happen. I'm going to do it. Oceana says, there is a fear here. Is it the fear that my partner's going to leave? Is it a fear that, you know, there might be violence? Is it a fear that my child may pass soon? Is it a fear that my parent looks like they might pass soon? Is it a feeling of, I never feel like I'm going to be able to breathe again, I feel smothered? Because whatever you fear here, maybe it's the results of death, whatever you fear here is a person, or it's within you, and you are going to rise above that as well. Merlina says you are stretched. So in terms of the family, there is some opposition, or they're all leaning on you, or that they're all leaning on the parent and you are worried about that parent. For others, this is that specialist, you know, there is undecided, maybe you really want a second opinion. So be kind to you and those you love.